Hello and welcome to the Alfa Showroom channel. We've got not a very long video for you today, but just a bit of an update about the speakers that I fitted to the 156. You may have seen the video that I did, the sort of slightly longer video on the sort of longer update on the car, that the speakers were quite poor. Not that the speakers are up to much, because you'll know that from an Alfa Romeo, the speakers are always dreadful. And lucky me, one of our subscribers, Alexander Lever, had sent me a message to say, I've just replaced the speakers in my 156 and they're very, very good. And he sent me a link to eBay. So I took a quick look and we bought them. So let me show you what they are. So I'll put a link to the description of the eBay seller in the description of the video. But I wanted to say about these, I ordered them on the Wednesday. They arrived on the Friday. They came by FedEx. They were very, very well packaged, very, very well put together, which to me is a great sign of somebody who really cares about the products which they send and how they sort of operate as a business. So that was reassuring when they arrived. And I fitted all the speakers yesterday, and I have to say the sound quality is absolutely fantastic. It's really, really good. Compared to the 26-year-old speakers which came out of this car, these are a proper upgrade. And I don't know about you guys, if you have a 156 or other cars, I've got a GTV 916 as well, and the speakers in that very much need an upgrade as well. I know we all like listening to the engines, particularly the V6, but sometimes you just want a little bit of music or listen to the radio station that you like listening to. So let me show you what came out of the car, which was one of these. Now on the reverse, they've got these little yellow connectors, and I've done a little video on the GoPro to show you how that sort of comes out of the door. So the new speakers have got a connector which plugs directly into this. So it couldn't be simpler really. It's basically take these ones off, clip the other ones in, and then all you need to do is line them up. And I'll show you what I mean by that in a second, because these have got holes exactly where they should be. These speakers are not just for the Alphas, but for other cars as well. So there's a number of different ways that you can line them up to get the holes just right. So here's the new one. This is what this looks like. So as you can see, much nicer quality. Alpine speaker. Is it Alpine or Alpine speaker? And here's the connector, which on the older ones, it's a very, very tight fit. It feels like it really clicks together. These don't exactly do that, but they do work. So when you put them together, you think, maybe that's not quite the right fit, but I've tested each four of them and they do work absolutely fine, so they're not a problem. What I would say though, however, is when you do get them in the box, the speakers and these connectors come separately, so these are not connected to the speaker as they are now. And these little connectors here, the black wire and the red wire, they're incredibly tight. So when you're trying to push them on, it feels like you're going to break them. So you need to be very, very careful. What I chose to do was open up them very slightly with a screwdriver. And if I went too far, I just pinch them back with some pliers once I put them on. But if you do order them, and I would recommend them genuinely, the update is fantastic. Just be careful when you're fitting those, because you could find yourself snapping the little connectors and then you're into buying some of these, and I don't know whether they sell them separately or whether you need to buy the whole speaker or whichever, but just a little bit of a tip for you. You'll see around the speaker that you've got sort of various holes, and basically what I mean by lining up is when I've put them in, it tends to be that this kind of E logo sort of sits at the top. And I found that this here and with the 3 and that one there at the 3 line up nicely with the bottom, which means this one and that one lines up nicely at the top. If you do it and you take your old speaker out, you'll see exactly what I mean. It's a little bit of a fiddle to get them right, but trust me, it works out perfectly. What also comes in the box is new screws, slightly longer than the ones that came out of this car, and they go in beautifully. They also come with a couple of clips, a clip for each. You don't need them for the 156 because basically you just screw straight in, and these hold in very, very nicely. But if you had a different type of car when you need a clip to basically clip onto maybe the inside of where the speaker fits and then put it through and then put through the screw, those are included in here as well. But for the 156, you don't need them. So what I'm going to show you is really how I've put this into the door of the car, and it's quite simple really. Line it up nicely, make sure the connector's in and it's sort of tucked away nicely at the back, and then it's all good to go. I looked at YouTube policy on recorded music and licensing, and I just can't play you what it sounded like before and what it sounds like now, because YouTube have got policies on copyright for obvious reasons. So you'll have to take my word for it. Genuinely, these are such good value. I think these were £55 a pair for the front and for the back, and I won't need to buy speakers again for this car. Final thing I'll say is you'll notice here there's an E which is on the speaker, and there's also an E which is on the box. Now on the reverse it's all very, very small, but I'll take a photograph and put it into the video. But on the back it says the speakers for the Alfa Romeo front is a B and the rears are a D. It's either that or the other way around. It's those two. I messaged the guy on eBay and he came back to me straight away. He said, no, these will fit, they're absolutely fine. Don't worry about it, you'll be absolutely fine. And he was right. They were exactly the same speakers, the E's which fit the front and the back, they're totally the same. So whatever it says on here is a little bit misleading. I know people like to follow the instructions and you like to follow what's what, but when I got them through and I looked at E, which was basically for rear parcel shelf speakers, I just thought, well, I better check because I'm famous for buying the wrong things when I go online shopping. But it seems like we got it right this time. So there's a nice simple update to your 156 if your speakers don't sound that great. The guy said he also does them for the GTV fronts. I asked him about the rear speakers as well, and he said, well, please take the ones out that you've got, measure them and send me the dimensions, and I'll see which ones you need for that too. So the GTV might get treated to some new speakers at Christmas as well. So thank you for watching, and also thank you to everybody who's subscribed. We're over the 1,000 mark now, which is fantastic. So thank you for everybody for subscribing. It means a lot to us. So if you've got any comments about this video, if you've got any questions, pop them in the comments. I do respond to everything which is there. And if you like what we're seeing, please share it with other people, or just keep looking out for the next stuff that we're doing. We've got a bit of a project coming up, a Bertone X19, which landed with us yesterday, having been with Joe, the Maltese welder, for a good couple of years. So thank you, Joe, for all the work that you've done on the car. So look out for a longer playlist on that, the story of how we're going to bring this car back to life. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it. I thought this one was a bit of a mission, but that one's going to be more of a mission, and if you check out the videos you'll see exactly. So again, thanks for watching, really appreciate it, and there'll be something else coming along very soon.